So we want to bring this to you now as Republican senators who objected to the Electoral College count now face a fury of some on the left who are making a dramatic leap, linking them to violence. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted this, quote, "Senator Cruz, you must accept responsibility for how your craven, self-serving actions contributed to the deaths of 4 people yesterday.
Wait.
And how you fundraised off
Did this motherfucker
riot."
say dramatically linking people who have been agitating for violence to violence? What's dramatic about that? So dumb. AOC is right. 100%. Both here and in other situations as well. Maybe not so much when she said words are violence, but I can't get over that. But in a functional society, every single elected official who still objected to the Electoral College vote would have been removed from office by now. 100%.
Both you and Senator Hawley must resign. If you do not, the Senate should move for your expulsion, she says. Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw of Texas joins me now. Congressman, always good to have you with us. Thanks for being here tonight. So that's just one. I mean, you've got Joaquin Castro, Beto O'Rourke, Representative Joe Moody, Tellerico, all of these government officials making very similar statements, calling them seditionists and saying there's blood on their hands, essentially.
Yeah, let me be as clear as possible here. So Senator Cruz and Hawley, I disagree with them in a fundamental way about the Constitution.
Dude, your service is garbage if you fucking literally go on Fox News after American people straight up storm the fucking halls of Congress and you're using your career and your veteran status to literally turn around and fucking defend the people who agitated them just because you're in the same party. Like, throw it in the fucking trash. Take your medals, take your fucking dumbass pin that you have on your lapel there, and just throw it in the garbage. It means nothing. It's worthless. You are a worthless piece of shit if you literally do this. It is the most unpatriotic thing. I'm not a patriotic person, as everybody knows. Okay? I'm not. But you are such a gigantic fucking coward if you're going to turn around and literally defend Ted Cruz and just say, well, it's a simple disagreement. Like, oh, God, you're so bitch-made, dude. Shut up.
Constitutionality of this process on January 6th, the ability of Congress to overturn any electoral votes, period. But let's be very honest. Senator Cruz and Senator Hawley were not hyping up January 6th. They were not calling for people to fight in the streets. They were not saying this was our last stand.
Who was then?
That being said, many members of Congress did do that. Many commentators did do that. Many in the media have been doing that for the last few weeks, constantly.
They did say it too. Why are you defending them?
Saying this is our time to fight. And let me tell you something very clearly. They've been lying to people. They've been lying to millions.
Okay, never mind. I shit on him too hard. I was wrong. He is actually calling out, straight up calling out motherfuckers more than some Democrats.
They've been lying that January
No, he's not base. Shut up.
6th was going to be this big solution for election integrity. It never was going to be. I mean, 2 hours of debate.
I mean, he still sucks. He's still horrible, but still.
2 hours of debate. That was just some time for some opportunistic politicians to get 5 minutes of time on the floor. It was never going to solve anything, and it was always unconstitutional. You have to have these hard battles won at the state level. That's where the hard work is done. That's how you solve the important question of election integrity. And they lied to people and they said, go fight. Go fight because everything's on the line. That's what they said. And when people fought, They came to fight, and then they fought Capitol Police, and now people are dead. And those same members of Congress who called people to fight, well, they were nowhere to be found because it was all fun and games to them. They never knew what a real fight was. Real fights.
He's actually right, which is crazy. I mean, it's the bare minimum. And I'm surprised that he's saying this. Chris Hayes is right. Yes, he is. For what it's worth, I think Hawley and Cruz are probably making the correct bet about the future of the Republican Party's base. Yes. Listen, this only accelerates, okay? It will only get crazier going forward. The Republican Party, going back to like a Mitt Romney style politics, will lose. They will always lose. Remember, these are voters, i.e., these are rich people or relatively well-off people. And therefore, they are voters. They're fucking hogs, dude.
Are scary. Bullets flying, that's scary. The glass breaking, that's really scary. They were nowhere to be found. They scattered. They'd been talking about the courage to stand up to this, the courage to fight for weeks and weeks, but when it came down to it, there was no courage. That's what really...
Wait, who the fuck is this? I love much of what Trump has done, but I'm placing a lot of blame on him for letting a march that he advertised turn into this utter embarrassment. You've got a lot to learn, kid. Yeah. You see that? You've got a lot to learn. Have you ever played the video game Dishonored? That's what I thought. That right there is the mark of an outsider.
really happened, Martha, and that's what people need to know. They were lied to. They were lied to about what January 6th was. Election integrity is important. It has been important to me since the day I entered Congress. But
is he crying? Oh God. Okay. Now I remembered why like the MAGA dudes hate him. He's literally Pete Buttigieg, dude. Like he's like the Republican Pete Buttigieg. So just, you know, kind of like Pete Buttigieg in a lot of ways.
I know that I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you where we actually have to do the hard work.
Yeah. He's punished Pete Buttigieg. Oh no, it's punished Pete.
Congress. But I know that I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you where we actually have to do the hard work. And we have to change these laws at the state level because these laws are loose. They don't give people any confidence. People are getting ballots that don't belong to them. There's no voter ID, no signature verification. We hear you.
Okay, but then why are you shitting on the fucking assholes? They said the exact same things. Like what? You went from saying the right thing in the first like 1 minute and 50 till just literally advocating for the exact same thing the hogs have been saying. What kind of pussy shit is this? So basically what you're saying is you hear all the concerns people have, and those are legitimate concerns, but you're just not going to do anything about it. He is literally a Democrat, bro. I swear to God. I've said this before. I will say it again. Dan Crenshaw is hated by the MAGA Trump supporters because he's literally like a Democrat. He operates like a Democrat. He says, we see you, we hear you, we're not going to do anything about it. It's just like when Democrats say, we respect the science of climate change. We will say climate change is real. Will you ban fracking? No. We hear you, we see you, we're still going to keep fracking. Fuck you. At least Republicans are like, fracking is real and fracking cum is good for you, I heard. And also climate change is fake. Made up by China. So of course I'm going to keep fracking, you know?